Come get some, you can have some, it's official. You so fly, what you wanna do? Look at you.
Taking care of family, working on this record, been in the studio, meeting with people, trying to get it out the right way, so we don't make the same mistakes I made when we were Roc-A-Fella. It wasn't the deal that went bad, it was all the stuff going down with Jay-Z and Dame. It was the split messed up everything. And I wasn't the only artist affected by the whole thing. There were a lot of artists on the Rail, Nicole Ray, Jules and those guys. They pretty much went their own way, so they had their camp was tight. But you had a lot of R&B artists on there, a lot of new rappers, young kids, and no one ever, never know about. I got away from it. I walked away from the label. I asked to be let go, and they let me go. So I was lucky. It's the experience of it all. I mean, I got most of the experience when I was with Chris John. So after that, me being by myself, you kind of had to just like relearn everything again. It changed. It's just weird. You saw the industry changing, and you saw where it was going, and where it is going. I mean, right now the industry is in disarray, because of the internet. People finally got hip to go out. They know how to go out there and make that money. Maybe you're not selling millions and millions of records, but it's not about that. You got people that can sustain a living just selling records from the internet right now. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I worked with San Quinn, Ski. I did a song with the gang. We was with the East Siders, the Jacker. I worked with so many rappers. I did a track with Jizza, did the lead track, Return of Liquid Swords, did I just tried to stay busy. Basically, that's what I did. I tried to stay busy. And then I got my rock band, so that kept me busy also. But right now, I'm working with my boy J2. You guys, I'm working with you guys. My boy Dio's holding the camera, and man. And my boy Tone Capone, I've been working with for years. And I actually got in there and started producing some of my own tracks also. So it's one of those things. I don't want it necessarily to be an R&B album. I want it to be a pop album. I mean, you said the best thing, urban pop. That's a great place for it to be. If there were ever a genre if that were a new genre, that's where I would put Rihanna and and The Dream and those guys, and definitely in that category. So. The best people to work with are the ones that can actually play an instrument of some sort. They understand. The ones that are easiest to work with are the ones that understand what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? We got those that want to sound like the next thing on the radio, and that's fine. I mean, I'm a little bit more difficult than that. I'm not trying to be like the next person on the radio. I've always been in my own lane. So. That's just the way that I approach it. I don't look for something to sound like the next thing. I look for something that doesn't sound like anything else out there. That's what got Chris John signed, but it ended up sounding like it was something that was taken from such a long, far away. When people think of Chris John, they think of Full of Smoke. They don't really think about the rest of the album, because Full of Smoke was that reminiscent of Marvin Gaye and all that stuff. But the rest of those songs in the album were on some other shit, and that's where I want this album to be. But with me saying that, I want to have a main appeal, a mass appeal. I want it to go all the way across the world. I don't want it to be pigeonholed. So I think me growing up with rock and roll and all that stuff helped me to get the sound that I'm looking for. I haven't worked with that many producers. I've met a lot of producers, but I haven't worked with a lot of producers. I like the people I work with now. There's a lot of producers out there. There's a lot of great producers out there. There's a lot of producers out there trying to produce what everybody else is producing. And then there are those few that are trying to go out there and do something different. And back in the day, not even that long ago, man, it was hard to get that kind of music out. You had to go underground and do it some other way. But now, it's changed. The industry's changed with the internet. You know, producers that probably couldn't get their shit heard, you know, by a major can now put it on the internet and get a following. That's what it's about. It's about going out there and not only being individuals about it, but being unique. Everybody's unique. You gotta find it in you. You know, that's what I like. Wish list. That's funny you mentioned Andre 3000 in that song. Shawty, because that's the first person that came to mind. I couldn't think of anybody else. So, plus he's just a dope ass rapper. You know, shit. I want to work with Kanye West. I mean, honestly, he's my favorite rapper, and you know, we hung out a lot when we were on the same label. So I got to know him. He's a cool dude. You know, I like where he comes from. You know, there's not, yeah. That's all I'd probably say. Kanye West.
For sure.
He's a cool kid, and he's different. No, just that the album is, you know, about to go get mastered and ready to go. Website is done. Just waiting for, you know, once again, the album to get mastered so we can put stuff out there and make it happen. So definitely look out for it. Alan Anthony. I'm going to be shooting a video pretty soon. Got a listening party coming up. Going to be at Yoshi's on the 25th of September. And Mimosas on the September 16th. That's going to be the listening party, so we're going to send that out. It's going to be an invite-only thing. But, yeah, man, we're making it happen. Right now, the easiest way to get in touch with me is Facebook. I'm on Roc for Life. And that's where I do most of my communicating, you know. Like I said, I didn't put the MySpace together because the music wasn't all completed, so I'm waiting on that. And I'm not a Twitter bug, so I'll get back on Twitter, but I'm kind of liking what Facebook is about right now. So that's the easiest way to find me.
Definitely. Sure, man. Right on, man.
Yeah. J2. Alan Anthony. Hey, just do it. Burn rubber.
We can ride, we can creep in my Benzo, one low Benzo. If you want some, come get some. You can have some. It's official by my side. Run these streets, all black Benzo, one low Benzo. If you want some, come get some. You can have some. It's official. You so fly. What you wanna do? You can chill with niggas if you want to. Yeah. Me and you's all we got from the jump start, from the get-go. Girl, I told you so. You can blow my mind. Lay your game on me. Take the keys and drive.